Boston Bros is number one thing not, you're dead wrong. You can catch me doing misbehaving with my products on. It's real boxing talk every time we meet with Ned, the TBE, and Conspiracy G. We bring it to you raw, unbiased, you know the deal. You can even get a poor dealer here from Dollar Bill with my guys by my side. You know we going live. All we need you to do is please like and subscribe. Boxing Bros. Peace.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros are comments Mike Tyson made about Anthony Joshua. All right, so this is an article from Boxing Scene, but it's actually a quote from the BBC No Passion podcast. So take a listen. This is Mike Tyson speaking. So Mike Tyson says, it's very interesting. Joshua is a masterful puncher, but you can see his punches coming. He telegraphs his punches. Mike Tyson told Eddie Hearn on his BBC No Passion, No Point podcast. And that's just a recipe for disaster if you're fighting Tyson Fury and you're telegraphing your punches to a guy who's 6'7". Come on. So Mike Tyson is stating,
man, you should have did it in the Mike Tyson voice, bro. Oh. That's what I thought you was gonna do, bro. I was dying when you started in my head. I was like, yo, bro, gonna do his Mike Tyson impersonation.
Oh, my bad, homie. I wasn't even thinking. Chris, I wasn't thinking just doing. Yeah. So, Short Bill, what's your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on that is, I know that Joshua understands what he's getting in the ring with. Okay, Mike Tyson, thank you. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Of course he can't do that. And I'm sure Anthony Joshua is not taking a Tyson Fury lightly. He is going to cross all the T's and dot all the I's. Mike Tyson has always been known as a huge supporter of Tyson Fury. I'm not mad at him. You know what I'm saying? I like Tyson Fury as well. You know what I'm saying? He's a character. And I don't ever take away none of his accomplishments. Tyson Fury also knows what he has to do. I know he's not going there to take the AJ Wilder. These guys is the one and the two, number one, and the number one guy and number two guy, however you want to shuffle it. I'm sure these guys, they got there for a reason and they're there for a reason. Thanks for your observation, Mike. You know what I'm saying? It's like saying, hey, if he throws enough punches, if you know what I'm saying?
If he lands,
he's gonna win. Thanks, Mike. You know what I'm saying? But hey, this is gonna be a big fight when it happens. We know Mike Tyson is a Tyson Fury fan. But hey, it's Mike. Mike, you gotta focus on that old man lead with Evander Holyfield. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got. Evander Holyfield want all that smoke. You know what I'm saying? He want the other piece of his air back. So you worried about that. You know what I'm saying? and let these guys get it on.
All right, Conspiracy G.
Yeah, I'm not saying I disagree with Mike because he might have something like there could be some logic behind that, but I'm not necessarily worried about that when it comes to this AJ versus Fury fight. I have to be honest. My only concern is, will AJ turn on a killer instinct when time comes? That's my only like hesitation. But like from past fights and all the elite level fighters that AJ's been with, I'm not worried about him connecting. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you could say like, yeah, he telegraphed some punches, but you gotta get out the way, you know. And Tyson Fury, it really depends on which Tyson Fury shows up. Is it Tyson Fury who's trying to box and he's like hesitant and he's like trying to, you know, map you out, or is it the Tyson Fury from the Wilder rematch that's just coming for you, applying that pressure, right? Before I used to be like, Tyson Fury better not apply no pressure with an AJ because it's going to be lights out for him. Now I'm not too sure, you know, so it really depends on which AJ shows up. That's the objective is to take out, and I know AJ said he wants to take his head off. I hope that it's the real AJ that's talking and not like, oh, I'm just saying that to build the fight up. I really hope that AJ's objective is to take Tyson Fury's head off, because I think that's what's gonna cause Fury to back up and be like, oh, yo, this dude's the real deal. I don't want to see, an AJ that's overcautious. So I don't necessarily agree with on Mike on this one, man. I love Mike. I got Mike, right behind me and stuff, but I don't know. I just don't agree with his assessment, but I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Mike sees something I don't see. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Mike, a Tyson Fury fan.
I mean, he has the right to. Like, it's not like, you know what I mean? Like what you said, Trill, earlier. We're talking number one, A and B. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just who you favor for this fight. But both guys are the best in the division. So, I think if anything, I think all the fans, including myself, might be overanalyzing this fight. You know what I mean? Like, we won't know until both guys get in the ring and we see what they bring. You know what I'm saying? Like, styles make fights, and different opponents bring out different things in people. You know what I mean? So right now, it seems like they're cool. I need to see like real beef. I need to see like some type of energy. But right now, it seems pretty like chill on both guys' ends. So I don't know. But salute to Mike Tyson, man. If Tyson was still in this division, in this era, if he was in this era, danger. You know what I mean? But you're an old head now, man. So do what old heads do. Advise. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, G, he active, yo. You better watch your mouth.
I ain't gonna fight him. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude's still a beast.
Might call
But
you
we
out.
talking about Joshua and Fury, Wilder, and all of them. Bro, this is a new era, man. Just you're old head now. That's all I'm saying. And I'm saying it with all due respect. You're an OG. You're OG.
All due respect, Mike.
Mm.
I'm scared.
Hey man, Mike, I don't want no smoke, man. Like I said, you got Boxomania. That's you, baby. That's you. Nah, but nah, you just give him some advice. I don't see I don't think AJ's gonna go in there into the biggest fight of his life, telegraphing his punches, making mistakes, crucial mistakes that are gonna throw him to fight. And I think there's a lot to bring up with these two fighters right here. We saw them change their styles in both of their fights, in their last two fights. In their last year when AJ fought Ruiz, he was big and bulky. 2 years ago, he was big and bulky. Then in the rematch, he came back slim, and but against Pulev, he looked a little stocky again. Fury against Wilder, he was slim. He was slimmed down in their first match, and he put on weight. But we don't know how those styles are gonna go against each other. Fury may think he needs that bulky size to fight AJ, and that might backfire. And AJ may think he may slim down, and that may backfire. Maybe but we don't know how these two are gonna come into a fight. I think the first match is gonna I don't know. It's gonna be decided off of how these two show up in that ring and what type of style they choose to bring out in that match. Maybe, but hey, who knows?
The first match will decide how they come into the ring.
The first match, how they come into the ring is going to decide how the outcome of this fight, which fighter is going to come up, because they have different arsenal, different things in there, different weapons in their arsenal. So I can't. I don't like putting myself in the shoe where I'm like, they need to do this, they need to do that. I just want the fight to happen because it gives me anxiety, bro. It's dope.
Shout out to what you're saying, Ned. I understand what you were saying, Ned, about these guys show that they're top of their class. Like I was saying, they both 1 and 2, whatever you want to show it. Like you mentioned, Joshua showing that he can not only be that come forward fighter, he can box as well. He's been showing his boxing ability late in these fights. And then when the Tyson Fury, who was known as a boxer who can move around, as of late we seen him coming forward. You know what I'm saying?
And you forgot AJ's back, bro. Like it beat nah.
I'm not gonna mention that brother's back, but they both have shown that they have tools. I think this fight's gonna come down to distance and who controls it better.
Yeah,
that's who
definitely. It just who has the edge in whatever style they want to master in this match. Like whoever has that edge. That's all I say. That's all we can rely on at this point. Gee, fix your face, man.
Oh man, listen, man. My back, you know what I'm saying? Suspect. I know Trill was like looking at. I was laughing. I'm looking at Trill's face, and Trill's like trying to walk with Dad. Like, I'm like, yo, Trill, you know he's gonna say some suspect stuff, right? Back the chisel, son. His back. You see how greasy his back is? I'm like, all right.
Oh, man.
I be trying like the last time, man. I was trying to keep it rolling, man.
Oh God.
Oh man.
I'm not even gonna touch this right now because I want to get through this segment. Before
we do that, the views and opinion on other men's backs, that's totally on Ned. That's
on Ned.
that's all. Let's turn this into broke back segment. You know what I mean?
I was complimenting a built back, not a broke back. Come on, let's make that clear.
That's crazy.
That's different with his chisel. Chisel is okay. I get the back.
That's what it takes.
Ned, when he saw Caleb playing in True Lax, he was like, "Oh, this one's easy to pick."
Yo, and somebody gave a whole dissertation in the comment section about backs too. You know I'm like, bro, like what? I'm like, bro, like we really talk about these guys' backs. You know what I'm saying? What are we doing?
Now you got supporters, bro. You got supporters.
Ned's new name.
Shout out to the Nedettes. We need.
So Ned's new name is a pimp named Thickback. You know. If you get that reference, you know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. I mean, but Tyson saying that AJ telegraphs his punches. Is it a real thing? I watched Joshua fight, and I haven't seen that to be something that I'm concerned with. But maybe Mike sees something, and maybe he's gonna give that information to Fury, and maybe he's telling Eddie so Eddie can really go and tell AJ. Sometimes that's the way things work. You never really know. Sometimes like someone tells you something and you may think it's BS, but just because you think it's BS, it doesn't mean you shouldn't look into it. And this is Iron Mike at the end of the day. So if he's saying it, I will look into it if I was AJ. I look into it and see if it's if I don't see it, I know this. AJ lands punches. Hasn't stopped him from landing punches. He doesn't just land punches. He lands punches that drop people. Even when he lost to Ruiz, he dropped his behind. So, like, AJ lands punches.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you. Yeah, I totally agree. I was ad-libbing with you, bro. And it seems like AJ is economical with his punches. He ain't wasting punches. He's not just going out there like, he's placing shots. You know what I'm saying? He's placing shots and he's hurting guys. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, just to go off of that, AJ said in the docuseries, the making of Anthony Joshua, like when he fought Dillian and certain fights, he didn't know much about punch placement. And it's something he had to work on. So maybe Mike is just looking at old fights or whatever. Joshua, to me, has looked very good with his punch selection. But maybe Mike sees something. I don't know. But I know this. Joshua lands punches. He lands some clean punches, and he hurts everyone. So, one thing you can say, Joshua, he's hurt everyone he's been in the ring with. There's Joseph Parker who made it, but, like, he's hurt everyone and knocked down just about everyone he's been in the ring with. So
the kid keeps getting better every time he fights. Like, he keeps getting better and he learns something new in every fight. You know what I'm saying? You can't hate the kid. You really can't hate on him. You know what I'm saying? You got to make him something to hate on because he gets better. He learns something. I'm seeing something new in the kid every time he fights. You know what I'm saying? And I was really critical on the kid, so that's how I look at it. Any further comments? Yeah, I was just ad-libbing, brother. I was just like, you gotta another kid. You know what I'm saying? Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We are the Boxing Bros.
And never skip back day.
We back to this.
They gonna hit up your DMs, bro. You better watch that.